Okay, guys, this is the last video of the series. It's number 6 of the Creating the Composite Poster project. In this one, we're going to look at type and text and how to create some styles on it to make it an art element in our project. Okay. In our last video, we turned the photo black and white, or sepia in this case, left the player as the highlighted player in color. Okay. I'm going to turn on the other images that go with this particular project, the close-up and the team photo. So now we have all the pieces that we're looking for here. I'm going to bump this close-up over to the left just a little bit to give me a little bit more of that picture on the right. There we go. And now we're in pretty good shape as far as the layout goes. The final piece is adding the text. Okay, so we're going to select the text tool, which is the T. And for this particular project, I'm just going to type in the word football right in the middle of the screen. And I'm going to make the text black so I can see it. And I'm going to bring it all the way to the top of the layer list so that it's on the very top of all the images. If we bring it all the way over to the left, and we can scale it just the way we scaled the photos, we can say edit, transform, scale, grab the bottom lower left-hand corner and scale it all the way across the page. Okay. Now this type was pre-selected. I like this typeface for this particular poster because it has a very football kind of feel to it. If you wanted to change the type to a different typeface, you just highlight it, go to type up top, and go to window and come down to character. And under character, and when the character box opens, you can select the name of the type, and you can change this to anything that is on your machine just simply by selecting a different typeface using the character box. Okay, but I'm going to stick with freshman, which is a nice face for football. Okay, so I have black type over the top of my image. Okay, let's take a look and see how that looks. All right, it's fine. I mean, it's not anything fancy. It would work in a pinch if that's what we needed to have, but it sure would be nice if we can make it match up and a little bit more attractive for our poster. Okay, how can we do that? We can do it using something called layer styles, and layer styles are housed in the layers menu. And to get to them, you see the word football, you would click to the right of the word, double click, and it opens up the layer styles box. We're going to work in the blend mode of normal for this. Okay, so make sure that you're in normal. I'm going to start with my opacity at 100 so I can actually see what I'm doing while I'm doing this. Okay, let's say that we wanted to make the word football the same red that's in either the pants or the jersey of the player. Okay, so you don't want to click in the boxes, the check boxes in front of the word. Again, here we want to click to the right of the style, and we're going to do a color overlay for this. We're going to lay a color over the top. So if I click to the right, you'll see that I get a box and a percentage in the normal blending mode. Okay, that's very red. I'd like it to be a little bit more the color of the jersey or the pants. So if I click on the box, it opens up the color picker, and now I can go outside into the photo and with the eyedropper select different reds within the photo till I get something that I really like for this particular image. Okay, I kind of like this bright one up here in the shoulder pad. So now that color in the type is the same color as his jersey in the up around his pad here. So I'll click OK, and we have red type. Okay, red text. I can move that to the side so you can see it a little bit better. Okay, we can change the opacity of it and let a little of that black show through and it becomes more muted, but I think I'm going to keep it at 100%. The next thing that I'm looking at is it blends into the pictures like way too much. So let's put an outline on it or a stroke. If we click to the right of the word stroke, we can select maybe the gold in his helmet color. Select the gold in his helmet. That's pretty good gold right there. I like that one. And click OK. And now we have a stroke around it. It's a little hard to see because it's so small. So we can put that stroke either on the outside of the letters, which is what I recommend, or it can be on the inside of the letters, or it can be centered on the letter. Okay. I'm going to go with the outside because it's not going to enclose the letter at all in that way. So if we slide the slider bar up until we get it to be the size that we want, now we're getting a little bit more of that gold that you can see through the on the outside as the stroke. Okay, it's still not popping off the page quite enough though. So what can we do? We can put a drop shadow on it, make it darker behind the letters. If you click to the right of drop shadow, it puts on the drop shadow. Okay, and you'll see over here in the box there is the opacity again at 100. The angle of the shadow, we can make it drop straight down. We can make it move to the right. We can make it move to the left. We can bring it down. Anywhere along the lines that within the circle, we can put it on any angle you want. I'm going to put it in at about 145. All right, 142. That's close. Okay. And that pops it off a little bit more. All right. But we can still play with this a little bit more. We can give it more distance, which brings it down further further away from the, there it is completely centered behind the image. If we bring it down and to the right, it gives it a little bit more shadow. The higher you go in the distance, the further away it's going to go. Okay. The spread is how much the ink spreads or how much the shadow spreads from the center. So now it's really darkening up. And the size, if the size is at 0, obviously you're going to have none. It can be, anywhere that you deem necessary. I'm going to take it all the way up to the top and really make that black in between and click OK. I'm not going to click OK yet. Let's give the letters a little bit of a bevel. Okay. Make them look like they're chiseled a little bit. So up here, bevel and emboss, we can click to the right of that. And it gives you an inner bevel, an outer bevel. You can emboss the letters. You can do a pillow emboss, which makes it a little more puffy. And you can do a stroke emboss, which will just emboss the stroke on the end. Okay. You can make it hard chisel or soft chisel, smooth rather, which makes it softer. Chisel soft. Okay, I'm going to go with the hard chisel on it. And you can change the depth to give it whatever depth you want the chisel to be. It can be up or down. You can see the difference there. Okay, and you can change the size. All right. So that gives it a little bit of three-dimensionality. I'm going to go with an emboss on it because I think that looks really good. And from there, I'm going to click OK on the layer styles. And that completes the styling of our text. I would recommend you play with those layer styles on both text, try them on photos, and it just experiment with them. That's the best way to learn to use them. Finally, why did we do our cutout? Okay, because right now the player is tucked in behind the text. Okay, we can't bring that whole photo to the front, or else we'll cover the text. But we can turn on our cutout, and we can bring that cutout right up to the very top of the layers. And now it's in front of the word football. Okay, taking up a little bit too much of the B in football, so we'll select football and bring that down in the layout a little bit more until his feet are just in it where we want it to be. And now it gives it a really nice little touch where he's popping off the page. Difference between that and this is dramatic. So he's popping off the page, it completes the look, and it gives you a finish that we're looking for in the poster. Okay, that's our poster project. If you have any questions after viewing these and you try on your poster that you're working on, use 3 photos of your choosing, of any subject matter that you like, something that interests you, and create something like this. Have a text element, and within the text element, I want you to try those layer styles. You can even try the layer styles on, the photos if you want to experiment with them, see what you come up with. Um, if you run into issues, you know how to contact me, and you can get in touch with me either by the email or by a text message, or you can call me. You have that information as well. This is the completed project, the last video. Thanks for the patience in getting this out there. It was kind of an experiment for me, the first time I've done these video sessions. So it took me a little longer than I wanted it to get to you, but we do have plenty of time, not to worry. Follow the 6 videos. I tried to break each one down into pretty much um, one aspect to each video so that it would be easy to follow. Okay. Again, any questions, just get in contact with me, but that's the composite poster project. Good luck with yours. Have a great day.